All right, so technology that I want to talk about is something called FlipGrid. Now, this is a very social media-esque type of technology where students download an app on their phone to communicate with the teacher and with other students through videos, kind of like Instagram, but for like classroom groups. So you start by signing up as an educator, but I already did that, so I'm gonna go to login. Okay, as you can see, there's a couple test runs that I have down here. We'll get more into that later. But this is called FlipGrid because there's something called a grid. A grid is like a folder or file where students will record videos and submit that to that grid. So you make a new grid, student ID list, the grid name, right? Okay, and so then you type in names, and most students will have an ID number, so that's how you can do that to identify them. I'll just put something easy right there, and then you would add your whole class to the list. Um, so let's say, yeah, you added every student to your list, you launch your grid, awesome. So now you have this cool folder file, whatever you want to call it, where you can now have students send you videos. Now you can come in here, you can edit your grid, do all kinds of different stuff with that, which isn't quite as important as editing this topic within the grid. So then they go into the grid. This is where you can edit, share what you want the assignment to be with them. Right over here, make a topic, how long the video is supposed to be, if you want it to be, a short clip or a 5-minute video, whatever. So you talk about different topics, everything like that. So that's basically just how you make a grid. And now, once you have a grid, the student will open up the app and type in this code that's right here. Now, this code gives them access to the grid if they type in that, plus their identification number that you typed in before, and then it will allow them to submit videos to it. So I typed that in. I'm on my app right now, currently on my phone. Awesome. So now I'm able to record videos kind of like Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, based on the time limit that was set in the grid, and so you can also flip it around to take videos of your own face, everything like that. And it's just really, really cool to put an easy way to record video and put them together. So now you just kind of keep moving forward to submit that. Um, and cool. So I'm submitting that right now. I'm going to hit refresh on the page, and it's right there. So now you'll see the video that I just recorded, just me around the apartment. But it kind of takes a social media feel while applying that to a classroom. Now, everyone who has access to this grid by meaning this code, that means that they can view this video. Now, the cool thing about that is I'll show you in just one second. Back down here. Okay, so I actually made a grid that I would do for a physical education class because that is my major. So I typed down the assignment right down here, and the idea for that would be that there would be you'd get into partners, and each partner group would have 2 exercises to complete. Now, one partner would be recording the other one completing the exercise while narrating what muscles that they would use, and then they would switch and do that again. So that you not only are learning about the muscles, you're also applying them and teaching your classmates, because as you post each video, all of your classmates can look at them and watch them. And then when you do that, you learn from your students, the students learn from each other, and they also retain the information a lot better because they're physically applying it and they're showing themselves what they're doing with what muscles, which really helps, especially in a PE classroom where you're not sitting down at a desk listening to a teacher talk in front of you. It's really important for that, and it has a lot of purposes that it could be used in that kind of classroom, but also other classrooms. You could record yourself solving a math problem, so that the teacher or other students know what steps you take to get through each one. But the most important part I think about this is that it's a file full of videos that you can go back to for references when you're studying or when you're reviewing to gain the knowledge. It's way easier to retain than relying on your own personal notes. Now, one other cool thing that I think about this is when you click on the video, you get to see, not only watch the video, but as the educator, You can rate their ideas, the performance. You can give them grades, feedback. You can analyze and assess them. It allows you to reflect on your own teaching, what the students are learning, and it's how they're showing you what they have learned through your class through videos, and then you can reply, give them feedback that they need to improve, all through this one um, technology. But it's way easier to use than like Google Classroom because you don't have to take a video on your phone and put it on your computer, then upload it to the Google Classroom. It's all through an app that functions so similarly to the apps that students use every single day. And it's easy on the teacher, easy on the students. It's really just an incredible resource that could be used that also can keep the class fun and exciting.